Hello, this is Tim Godby, Product Marketing Manager at Bolin Technology, and today I get to tell you a story. The story has three parts, and all of them are about our Dante AV Ultra native cameras, the D412 and the D220. Again, the story has three parts, three unique uses for these very special cameras. Two of them we call primary use cases because we get asked a lot about what the primary ways to use a Dante AV Ultra native camera like ours would be. But this third one is a significant part of the answer to the question, how can I best make use of these cameras? So I have practical, useful information for you today. I want to move quickly, so let's go. When you want to use AV over IP and you need high quality video with low latency and perfectly timed audio, then Dante AV Ultra is your solution. And when a majority of that video comes from cameras, then our Dante AV Ultra native cameras are the best choice. I've got a diagram for you today of these two primary use cases. Let's take a look. What you see here are the hardware and the software primary uses for our Dante AV Ultra native camera. Let's look at the hardware first. When you need to take a Dante AV video signal, send it across a network to a large screen in front of an audience, then Dante AV Ultra hardware is the way to do that. Let me show you. What we have here today is our camera sending its signal across to our network switch, which is then routed by Dante controller into our decoder and then sent HDMI out to this display in our case, but it could be any display, any large display, the kind that's going to be viewed by an audience. Back to the diagram, the second primary use is when you have a Dante AV native video signal that you want to decode into a host PC. You can do that using Dante Studio and Dante Virtual Sound Card. That makes it available to broadcast and streaming software as well as video conferencing software. Now, I've done an entire video on how to accomplish this, and I'll link it in the description below. But for now, let me just show you what I mean. As you can see here, Dante controller is showing you video subscriptions from our camera to the HDMI monitor and then down toward the bottom to Dante Virtual Studio, also running on this PC. And in the background, I have OBS, which you can clearly see from the camera's image. You see it on the HDMI monitor, but also here into OBS, which is now available for broadcast and for streaming. So that is Dante AV Ultra in hardware and software. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned three parts of this story. I've covered the first two, Dante AV Ultra hardware and Dante AV Ultra decoded in software. The third one is an independent video stream. Let's go back to the diagram and let me show you. As you can see, the first two we talked about was Dante AV streaming. Those are the red lines through Dante AV Ultra hardware and software. The third one, the gold stream, is independent. It is a secondary IP. So this is a third stream coming from the same camera. And as I said, it's independent. It can coexist with the Dante AV stream on the same network, or importantly, it can be independently routed through another switch and even through another network to another part on your campus. So what are the advantages to that? There are plenty of them. As you can see, we have RTSP, RTMP, and what that also means is you can control the bandwidth. These are far lower bandwidth requirements than what you'd find in Dante AV Ultra. So if you have a situation where you are in a live venue, live performance space, but you need to be able to remotely view this same video stream in another location or maybe multiple locations, you can use this independent stream for that. You can also do other things, but let me show you. Here you're looking at the video interface or video view into the D220. Now again, this is independent of the Dante AV stream, which is constantly being sent. As you can see, we have the video, but we also have PTZ control. We can tilt and pan, all remotely, all from a browser on a PC or a Mac. I mentioned earlier RTMP and RTSP. Well, let me show you the RTMP settings, and you can see that we have an RTMP address. One of the obvious uses for that is to be able to send this independent video stream to something like YouTube Live or Facebook Live or any other live streaming service. All of this happening while the Dante AV native stream is still flowing. So this independent IP is unique and it's powerful. So many uses for this. I've mentioned a few of them in live venues and live situations where you need remote viewing capability. Your imagination could come up with plenty. And here are a few more scenarios where this independent stream is extremely useful. Well, this has been a really fun video to make. One special camera, 3 unique simultaneous streams, and lots of ways to use them. The ones that we've talked about today and the ones you're going to come up with in the future. As always, thank you so much for watching today. Please consider liking and subscribing to our channel so you'll know when we publish new content, and I'll see you in the next video.